What's your strategy for keeping technical documentation relevant and up to date?
So technical documentation should be treated with the so-called Boy Scout rule, which means that you want to leave the documentation better than you found it. So obviously, as you scale, having SOPs, standard operating procedures, is crucial for you, because when you have those standard operating procedures, you can, first of all, onboard new team members easier because you can just point them to the specific resources. You can abstract away, just like you abstract away code as an engineer, you can abstract away the process of answering questions. Let's say a developer or a team member doesn't necessarily have to be a developer, could also be a designer or a project manager, right? Has a question, they should mandatorily record that call, and then just you put it into your company wiki. And if someone has that question again, you can point to the resource and be like, hey, it's answered here. And then as people consume these resources, they might still have follow-up questions. And these follow-up questions can lead you to the exact things that are missing from that documentation, right? So these documents are living documents, and if people consume them, they should improve them based on the things that were documented not enough, right? Or not documented at all, or maybe documented wrongly, so they can leave it cleaner than they found it, and then every subsequent team member has an easier time consuming and using these resources. And except for also, or other than just onboarding team members, it can also help, as hard as it sounds, right? But it can also help replace team members. So let's say there's an emergency, right? Or someone leaves the company or something like that. If it's a key person with key knowledge, that can be a huge problem for the company. But if you have those SOPs in place, it is easier to compensate for that loss, even if it's just temporarily, right? And keep the meaningful and the important processes going. And you should also have those SOPs, by the way, for yourself, right? Because it's not only that your employees can sometimes get sick or something bad can happen, right? It's also to yourself. So you need to be sure that you yourself are as replaceable as possible. And the best way to do that is with thorough documentation.